Dom here from Essential RC with some what I think is exciting news in the world of RC flying specifically. I'm always looking out for things that are different that I can share with the wider RC community they might not have seen. This, and to set some context, this is the Squall EDF jet. Me flying it back in 2010 seems like a lifetime ago. But this EDF jet was made by a company called Phase 3. You might also have heard of their F-16, which was very popular at the time. But the unique thing at the time about this was that it had a vectored thrust system. As you can see there, I'm pulling a flat spin. But it came with a unit on the back with 3 vanes that were controlled by 2 servos that allowed you to pull funky tricks like that, and high alpha flight, and almost hovering. Although even the high amp power system I used at the time had almost 1-to-1 thrust ratio, but it was still very risky to pull those types of maneuvers. But that's really what got the adrenaline flowing. So the power system I had in mind in this Squall was a Hoffman Magnetics Wild Beast motor. Don't know if anybody out there would remember Hoffman Magnetics, but that was in the stock EDF fan with the vectored system on the back. I used a Castle Creations 125 amp speed controller and a 4S 5000 flight power 30C pack. So this was kind of quite adventurous at the time, but I think that's been my general approach to the RC flying hobby all the time, looking for different things. And look at this, it's crazy. I've never been able to do anything like this since. There's nothing out there, hasn't been anything out there like this since 2010, 2011. It was really so much fun to fly, really got the adrenaline flowing, but I had 2 or 3 of them. It really didn't last very long. But now there is a new version. And this is it. This is the Tomjets Squall 110, created by a guy called Thomas Creekhammer, who recognised the gap in the market since we lost the original Squall, and has brought back a traditional kit where you can build a much larger version powered by a 110mm EDF fan system on 12S 5000. So as I said, this is a builder's kit, but to me it looks fairly comprehensive, includes all the hardware and the vectoring system that you can see there with the 3 vanes as the original. Comes in a nice box if you buy it from Thomas, and some pretty good instructions, but obviously you're going to need to be a fairly experienced builder to put one of these together. Certainly not me. I can't even put a Watt 4 kit together. But I think there's kind of a renaissance in the world of kit building at the moment, as far as I've seen. A lot of my friends going back to doing it. And what we can see here over the next couple of minutes is Thomas putting one together to show how quickly it can be done. So there he's putting together the wings. Now he's starting on the fuselage. Even comes with what looks like a jig for you to put it all together. I don't know, I could imagine it would be quite therapeutic, you know, putting one of these together rather than the normal ARF or plug and play kits. For sure, it would make a great winter project, wouldn't it? Although, you know, I think it would take a number of days to put the basic kit together. So here he's definitely working on the forward section of fuselage, again using a jig to keep all the formers spaced as they should be, connecting in the rear section of the fuselage that he'd already put together, and now attaching the wings. Then after you've done that, I suppose the hard decision would be, what scheme are you going to apply? And I suspect Thomas is a bit of a Ferrari fan, so here's his finished Squall 110 ready to go. Does look rather good. So I hope you enjoyed that bit of RC news. I certainly found it quite exciting when I found it. It brought back real memories of having great fun with the original version of the Squall, but this new 110mm EDF Squall version looks really interesting, and I know that Thomas is working on a Turbine version as well, some slight modifications to achieve that. But if you're interested in acquiring one of these, then look on tomjets.com.
Okay.